Hi guys, 18Dap here and welcome to today's match preview for this weekend's League 2 fixture. It was billed as the El Crapico last season. Don't think it's going to be much better this season. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Crewe Alexandra. Let's get into this one. So guys, welcome to this match preview for League 2 fixture. As I said in the intro, billed as the El Crapico last season. Can't see it being much better in this one. Two struggling teams in League 2. But that means that I appreciate you even more if you're an existing subscriber, because you've stuck around even though we're having a very poor season. If this video has brought you to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content. The matchday vlog will be up tomorrow after the game, and hopefully you stick around for a little bit as well. If you are new to the channel, this is the format that we go through match previews, look at previous meetings between the two clubs, look at current form across all competitions. It's not good reading for both teams in that one. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to profile, choose the opponent's one to watch, but as I always say, you know your club much better than what I do, so if you think I'm miles off the mark, please let me know in the comments down below. Then to finish the video off, there's three predictions: the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, the predictions league table that me and the family are partaking in this season. I'm not doing too well in that one either, and then the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Rovers and Crewe have faced off a total of 106 times in our history. Rovers edging this one with 43 wins out of the 106. Crewe winning 36, and we've shared the spoils on 27 occasions. When we drill down into the more recent 5 fixtures though, it's hit and miss. Crewe slightly better off with 2 wins over the last 5 meetings. We go back to 2021 in League 1, and that was a 1-0 away defeat, and then in the 21-22 season it was a home draw 1-1, and then we faced off in the league trophy where Crewe ran out 2-0 winners in that one, and then later on that season Rovers won 2-0, and then earlier this season it was honours even with a 1-1 draw away from home. So it's difficult to judge on this one. Two teams not in great form historically. It's anybody's game as well, so hopefully an entertaining one tomorrow, but I'm not expecting it at all. I'm not expecting an entertaining fixture because of current form. If we look at the last 5 coming into this one, Rovers in dreadful form, 1 win out of our last 5, the rest are defeats. Crewe don't fare much better with 1 win, 1 draw and 3 defeats. Both teams coming into this one on the back of 3 straight losses, so yeah, it's not looking like an entertaining, all guns blazing League 2 encounter. But for the Rovers, simply playing for pride at this point. I think after all of the promises and expectation pre-season, it's just faded away into a substandard season across the club. Frustrations currently being aired by players and staff in the press in what I think must feel like an absolute impossible task at the moment in the club. I would love to do a video on it. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. I'll give my thoughts in a bit more detail, but I want to stick to talking about the upcoming fixture in this one and not going off on a tangent, because I'll be here for a long time. The fans at the minute fearful for next season, I think rightfully so. More fans turning their backs, and this leads to the question, will the self-sustainable model which the board bang on about, will it still be self-sustainable if the fans aren't there? Because I'm not sure. Are we footing the bill at Club Doncaster? Are we getting revenue from elsewhere which is good enough to keep us ticking over? I don't know. But ultimately we're a football club, and football without fans is absolutely nothing. So we need to do lots of work as a club to start winning people back, and I think that starts on the pitch. Hopefully a good performance in this one tomorrow and a decent result, as I say, playing for pride at the moment. Similar to Doncaster, Crewe have had a season to forget, but I think the difference with Crewe is I don't think the expectation was there from their fans for Crewe to challenge towards the top end of the League 2 table. I might be wrong. In the comments down below, let me know if I am, but I don't think the expectation was quite there. Crewe currently sit 10 points ahead of Hartlepool, who are occupying the 2nd relegation spot in 23rd. Crewe have got 42 points with 27 points still to play for this season, so I think they'll be wanting to get points on the board just to confirm their safety as soon as possible. You want to be mathematically safe as soon as possible in any division. Crewe had plenty of preparation time for this fixture as well, after their clash with Bradford last weekend was postponed due to international call-ups within the Crewe squad. 3 players went on international duty for their under 23s and under 21s, I believe. So hopefully for Crewe fans, they'll be seeing a fresh team, hungry to win some points. Hopefully Rovers can match them in their effort levels. We will see tomorrow. On to player profile for this one, I have gone with Kieran Agard, 33 years old, centre forward. Rovers fans, we've not seen too much of him this season. Somewhat of a fringe player all season, even under Gary McSheffrey. He was coming on for the final few minutes, making an impact as a sub, but ultimately he's fallen out of contention completely in the squad under Danny Schofield. But he's got a big chance to show what he's all about now, as Miller, Lavery both injured out for the rest of the season. So Kieran Agard has got 8 or 9 games to show what he's all about, and potentially put him in Danny Schofield's mind for next season. We've got a big summer coming up. We've got to have a big summer to rebuild this squad and create a squad that's capable of playing the Danny Schofield way, if that's what he's going to stick with. This is the opportunity in Kieran Agard to show that he is capable of playing that way. Obviously getting on in years, 33, probably looking ahead towards retirement as a footballer, but possibly got another season in him down at this level, so he'll be wanting to show what he's made of. 27 appearances this season so far, 3 goals and 2 assists, and all of those came under Gary McSheffrey. All the goals and assists. He's had a couple of appearances under Danny, but it was more of an impact under Gary McSheffrey than what he's been with Danny Schofield. So we'll see what he's all about tomorrow, because I think he will be getting a game. Moving on to the opponents, one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than what I do, so please in the comments down below if you think there's somebody else who we should be focusing on as Rovers fans in tomorrow's fixture. But I've gone with Crewe's top scorer, Dan Aguier. Hopefully I've not absolutely butchered that name, but 25 years old, centre forward, 43 appearances, and as I say, Crewe's top scorer is their source of goals with 12 this season, and that's a decent return in a struggling League Two club, in fairness. We had high expectations on Molyneux, who scored 12 at Hartlepool last season in a struggling team, so I think Aguier may not be at Crewe next season, being able to score 12 and set up 3 goals as well. So contributions, 15 goal contributions in 43 games. It's not something to shout home about, but I think in a struggling team, I think it is a very positive stat to have, and he's shown his ability in a Crewe shirt. So I think he's the one to watch tomorrow. Keep him quiet, and there's a good chance that we will get something in the fixture, but keeping players quiet and Doncaster Rovers don't quite go together, do they? Moving on to the predicted team lineup. So for this one, normally I'll go with the lineup that I'd like to see, but for this one I'm going with what I think Danny will put out tomorrow, and it's frustrating. It really is. He's sticking to his principles. I think he'll still stick to his principles tomorrow. So I'm going Mitchell in goal, a back 3 of Nelson, Anderson and Olawu as the centre backs, with Charlie Seaman and Tommy Rowe on the right and left. So it can be a 5, more than likely will be a 5. In midfield, probably going to be a 4, even though Molyneux and Hurst on the right and left should be pushing forward. But I think we'll see Westbrook's first start alongside Ben Close in the centre. And then I think Kieran Agard, because he's the only option at the minute, will be up front on his own. And that's what I think the starting 11 will be. I'd love to see 2 up front. I'd love to see Agard alongside Goodman, give Goodman a chance. We've got nothing to lose. I think Ravenhill, I'd like to see him in there as well. It's a chance to blood some of the youth. We have got nothing to play for. We should be preparing for next season, but that's my predicted team lineup for tomorrow. We'll see how far off I am when it's announced before kick-off. On to the Predictions League table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get it spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. And there has been points added since last Saturday. Me and Max went with a defeat. We both went with 2-1. It finished 2-0. My dad went with a draw. Chris went with a win. He was confident. So there's been change in the points, but no change in position. Mac's still running away with it. I think he's going to have the trophy returned to him this season. He's on 25 points. Chris in second on 22. Dad in third on 15, and I am holding the lot up rock bottom on 13 points. So hopefully we can get some more points on the board in this one. And that takes me on to my score predictions. So as I said last season, Builders the El Crapico, can't see me being much better this time around. So it's life as a Rovers fan at the minute. It's not exciting to go and watch. It's a bit of a chore, to be honest. Hopefully we turn a corner soon and that enjoyment comes back. But as the players are, I think a lot of fans are going through the motions. Hopefully we see something better tomorrow and something to shout about. And as I say, play for pride, a bit of passion in the shirt would be nice. But I can't see us coming away with 3 points in this one. I can't see us getting 3 points in any game coming up to the end of the season. But I do think we're going to get something. I'm going to go with Donny 1, Crewe 1. Does neither of us any favours really, but that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 3,000 subs. Your subscription could help us on the way to that massive milestone, so a big thank you on that. If you want to be in fan sports as a Crewe fan, please come and find me tomorrow around the ground, and you're more than welcome on the match day vlog. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.